So I want to show you guys how we are approaching a long division problem. This one's not going to end up having a remainder. If it did have a remainder, hardly anything would change. So this one's not going to have a remainder. Now, before I look at my numbers at all or do anything numerical in this problem, I'm going to make sure that I'm holding myself accountable to the important steps in this problem. DMS, which stand for division, multiplication, and subtraction. I have to repeatedly continue my way through this cycle if I ever want to get to the end of this long division problem. So I'm going to start with this D step, and I'll try to color code it so that D's are all in red, M's are all in green. You get the picture. So first off, I'm going to ask myself, okay, 6 fits into 7 how many times? Well, it fits into 7 one time. And just like that, that first D step is completed. The multiplication step comes next. Okay, so taking my 6, multiplying it by that number that I just determined up at the top, 1 in the hundreds place. So I'm really solving here. 6 times 100 equals 600. My multiplication step, done. And the subtraction step is not terribly intimidating here because it's a very friendly one. 726 minus 600 is 126. Subtraction step, done. Now, if I step over here for a second, I'm not actually going to show this work, but what's confusing to kids sometimes is that in the next DMS cycle of this problem, really, I have a whole new problem that I'm tackling at this point. It's how many times the 6 go into 126. That number is here in a long division flow, so sometimes the kids can get confused and not see that this is a whole new problem at this point, and I have to do it all over again. This is really the problem that they're solving next. So as I step back over, my next division problem is to say how many times does 6 fit into 1? It doesn't. So when it doesn't, I have to extend out until I can make it fit. It does fit into 12, and it fits into 12 2 times. I need to make sure that as far as I extended into this problem, that is the place where I'm going to record how many times 6 fits into 12, which is 2 times. D, done. Multiplication next. So again, I'm using my dividing number, and I'm going to multiply by what I just found. So 6 times 2 in the tens place is 12 tens, or 120. Multiplication, done. Subtraction, this is going to leave me with, again, not a very complicated situation here. 6 is what's left over still to do in this problem. Subtraction, done. And what students, again, need to recognize is now all I have left to do in this problem is 6 divided by 6. And that is not a terribly complicated concept for these students. So 6, in my final division step, 6 fits into 6 perfectly. 1 time, it's in the ones place. This isn't really all that necessary, but it's helpful for them to practice this process. So 6 times 1 equals 6. Multiplication, check. And in subtraction, 6 minus 6, 0. This means there is 0 remainder in this problem. This means the problem is done. And that's how this process goes.